Hey y'all, so I just got out of the shower and it reminded me that I needed to make a video so I figured I would go in sequential order, and that would probably be the easiest way to describe my journey and explain it in videos. So it's been a while since my first video, better late than never, I guess. It turns out that it's a little bit harder for me to do videos because just thinking about the things over again that have happened, that's enough in itself. So it turns out this is a little bit harder than I thought. So whatever, I need to stop being a little bitch about it and just do it. So just got out of the shower, and so this was kind of the very first thing that happened. It happened in the shower. So while my hair dries and my self tanner dries, I guess I'll make a video for y'all. So like I said, the first thing was in the shower. So imagine, get out of the shower, I was drying off, and I felt the lump. And at first I didn't really think of anything, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not like sore. I don't think I like pulled a muscle or anything. So I was like, that doesn't seem okay. And I got a really shitty feeling when it happened. So I guess I was just raising my arm up, and anybody that knows me knows that I have extremely small boobs. So I basically could have seen my rib cage through my boobs. So the lump was pretty obvious. So thank God I had small boobs. I saw it. My lump was already pretty big. It was bigger than a centimeter. It was about 1.5 centimeters, I guess, at the very beginning. I felt it. I felt like poo. I walked down the hallway into our bedroom. Okay, and he's not in here. And boo, do you remember? Do you remember what I said whenever I came in the room and I was like, I felt this lump, do you want to feel it? Do you remember what you said?
Should probably go get that checked out.
Yeah. So that was, I guess, our very first experience. It had only been like a little over a year since I've been in Houston, and so I didn't actually have a primary care doctor, which sucked. So that kind of enabled me to like blow it off almost. I don't know. I was really freaked out. I didn't want to deal with it. So I tried to ignore it because I figured, okay, I'm at 27. This is not anything serious. It's probably just a cyst like everyone says, and no big deal, but I'll get a primary care doctor. So I found this amazing primary care doctor at Methodist, and it had been, my memory is kind of blurry, but it had been probably at least 2 months, which is horrible to say out loud, from the time that I actually found it to the time that I got in with her. Not because it was a scheduling issue or anything, but basically just because I freaked myself out and I didn't want to have to deal with it. In that time, the lump had grown 1 centimeter in addition. So my primary one was about a little over 2 centimeters, and then I actually in that time period grew, which is a weird thing to say too, grew a satellite tumor. So there was the primary one, and then it grew a little satellite one. So I guess the moral of the story would be, don't judge women for putting off going to the doctor. It's the worst thing you can ever do, but it is such a, I guess, traumatic thing to experience, and really everybody's experience is their own. So number one, self-check. Women and men, when you're in the shower, check yourself out, give yourself an exam. It is so important. I was only 27. I didn't think anything, and I had really small boobs, really small. So For you women that are blessed with larger breasts, it probably would be even harder. If I had bigger boobs, it probably would have been taken me even longer to find it. I let it grow, it got bigger. Luckily, I had tiny tits, and I found it. So please, number one thing, y'all, check yourself out, especially when you're in the shower and you actually are faced with yourself and have to look in the mirror. Number two, don't judge people when you hear that they waited. It's a horrible situation to be in. And you just want to think, it's a cyst, it's nothing, I'm young. I made that mistake, unfortunately. But don't say, oh, how could you have waited, blah, blah. That's like, oh, I would have been in the doctor the next day. No, you wouldn't. So, whatever. And so I will try to do better. I'm going to go in sequential order. So we will see. I'll try to post a video at least once a week. All right. Toodles. Love you all.